Before watching this video, please go and see podcast episode 4 part 1.
Are you ready to dive into the fascinating world of Pythonista? In this YouTube channel, we explore what it means to be a Pythonista, uncovering the secrets of Python programming, and delving into the art of crafting elegant solutions with this versatile language. Join us on this exciting journey as we embrace the power of Python. Subscribe to ikhomkodes today and embark on a journey of discovery and innovation.
Yeah, welcome back after the short commercial break, and in this episode of Kodecast, we'll be discussing furthermore on how to open up your mind in order to create a logic within yourself. In Python, we have three control statements. They are break, continue, and pass. But you do not wish to execute any command or code. Take a look at the code below. For value in place, if value is equals to a, pass. Print pass block, print value. Output will be ple pass block ase. The execution will not be affected and it will just print the pass block once it encounters the a string, and the execution will start at a and execute the rest of the remaining iterations. While loop using the break statement. Let's understand how we use while loop using a break statement with an example below. Okay. So next topic is Python functions. Seventh basic requirement, you need to have the knowledge of functions. A function is a block of code which only runs when it is called. You can pass data known as parameters into a function. A function can return data as a result. That is how you can create a function. In a Python, a function is defined using the def keyword. Example, def my function, print hello from a function. Calling a function. To call a function, use the function name followed by parentheses. For example, this is how you can call a function. Arguments. Information can be passed into functions as parameters. Arguments are specified after the function name inside the parentheses. You can add as many arguments as you want. Just separate them with a comma. The following example has a function with one argument. When the function is called, we pass along a first name, which is used inside the function to print the full name. This is how you can pass arguments in a function. Okay, arguments are often shortened to args in Python documentations. If you go on a Python documentations, you can see args. That means arguments. Parameters or arguments. The terms parameter and argument can be used for the same thing. Information that are passed into a function. From a function's perspective, a parameter is the variable listed inside the parentheses in the function definition. An argument is the value that is sent to the function when it is called. Number of arguments. By default, a function must be called with the correct number of arguments, meaning that if your function expects 2 arguments, you have to call the function with 2 arguments, not more and not less. Example, this function expects 2 arguments and gets 2 arguments. This is how, if there is only 2 expectation of arguments, then the number will not be more or less, right? Not more, not less. If you try to call the function with 1 or 3 arguments, you will get an error. Example, this function expects 2 arguments but gets only 1, then it will get an error. Arbitrary arguments. Star args. If you do not know how many arguments that will be passed into your function, add a star before the parameter name in the function definition. This way, the function will receive a tuple of arguments and can access the items accordingly. Example, if the number of arguments is unknown, add a star before the parameter name. This is how you can make use of star before the parameter name. Arbitrary arguments are often shortened to star args in Python documentations. Okay, keyword arguments. You can also send arguments with the key is equals to value syntax. This way, the order of arguments doesn't matter. Example, define my function child 3, child 2, child 1, print the which child is child 3. My function child 1 is equals to Emil, child 2 is equal to Tobias, child 3 is equal to Linus, or something just like that. Okay, so this is how you can use keyword arguments. The phrase keyword arguments are often shortened to KWARGs in Python documentations. Arbitrary keyword arguments. $*kwargs. If you do not know how many keyword arguments that will be passed into your function, add 2 asterisks before the parameter name in the function definition. This way, the function will receive a dictionary of arguments and can access the items accordingly. For example, if the number of keyword arguments is unknown, add a double asterisk before the parameter name. Define my function double asterisk kid. Print his last name is kid's last name, right? So my function fname is equal to Tobias, last name is equal to ref's name. Arbitrary keyword arguments are often sorted to double asterisk kwargs in Python documentations. Note it. Default parameter value. The following example shows how to use our default parameter value. If we call the function without argument, it uses the default value. For example, define my function country is equals to Norway. Print I am from lost country, right? So my function Sweden, my function India, my function dash, my function Brazil. Passing a list as an argument. You can send any data types of arguments to a function: string, number, list, dictionary, etc. And it will be treated as the same data type inside the function. Example, if you send a list as an argument, it will still be a list when it reaches the function. For example, define my function food. For x in food, print x. Fruits is equals to apple, banana, cherry. My function fruits. This is how you can pass a list as an argument. Okay, let me tell you a brief about return values. To let a function return a value, use the return statement. For example, define my function x, return 5 asterisk x. Print my function 3, print my function 5, print my function 9. This is how you can return values. The pass statement. Function definitions. Okay, function definition cannot be empty. But if you, for some reason, have a function definition with no content, put it in the pass statements to avoid getting an error. For example, define my function pass. This is how you can use pass statement. Okay. Recursion. Python also has a function recursion, which means a defined function can call itself. Recursion is a common mathematical and programming concept. It means that a function calls itself. This has the benefit of meaning that you can look through data to reach a result. The developers should be very careful with recursion, as it can be quite easy to slip into writing a function which never terminates, or one that uses excess amounts of memory or processor power. However, when written correctly, recursion can be a very efficient and mathematically elegant approach to programming. In this example, try recursion is a function that we have defined to call itself recurse. We use the k variable as the data, which decrements -1 every time we recurse. The recursion ends when the condition is not greater than 0, that is, when it is 0. To a new developer, it can take some time to work out how exactly this works. Best way to find out is by testing and modifying it. Here is an example of recursion. Okay, define try recursion k. If k is greater than 0, result is equal to k plus try recursion k minus 1, print result, else result is equal to 0, return result. Print recursion examples results. Try recursion 6. Try it yourself on your IDE, right? Comment down the results of this code. Okay, define greet name, print hello plus name, print Alice. This is a function called will print hello Alice. Remember, these are just the basic to get you started. Python is a versatile and powerful language, so you will keep learning as you progress in your programming journey. Happy coding!